Rightio.
Righty-ho.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. If you're joining us for the first time and you're watching us on YouTube, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and ring the notification bell to get notified when we drop our weekly episode plus bonuses. If you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave us a 5-star review because you know you want to. For the record, I'm Paddy.
No, I'm Ben.
And how is Ben?
Ben's alright. Time for the weekly moan of the father.
Oh, okay.
Though this one isn't really a moan, it's just my dad. But you know how my dad likes to say stupid things.
Yes.
So
I love this.
The weekly stupid comment from the father.
Father Middleton's wise words.
Or lack thereof. So, you may not be aware, but Lidl currently are doing a Harry Potter. How have I screwed that up? A Harry Potter merch drop. You know, they're doing, like, slippers and cushions and bed cases and everything.
Okay.
And one of the things they've done is a clock. And I don't have a clock in my living room, so I was like, ooh.
Okay.
Clock, living room, hello.
Okay.
Sorted. So anyway, I go to Lidl tonight after work to buy said clock. And my dad is in Lidl buying non-diet food, so shocker there.
Yeah.
They're not on the diet.
Okay.
And he sees me, he's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, buying a clock. And you show him the clock, and he's like, haven't you grown out of Harry Potter yet? And I was like, have you grown out of Star Trek yet? Have you grown out of Big Bang Theory yet? You know, let's not accuse me of growing out of things when you still watch the same things as well. He's like, I thought you would have grown out of it. And it's like, no, of course not. Thanks.
It's all I've got. It's all I've got to my name there.
It's everything I am.
That's what I'm known as. I'm the Harry Potter guy.
That's the thing. I didn't say I'm the Harry Potter guy, but I was like, I came second in a Harry Potter quiz all by myself.
Yeah.
Like, and I should have come first if it wasn't for that stupid question.
Yeah.
Where there wasn't a right answer. Did I tell you about that?
Yep.
Oh. Anyway. So yeah, that was that. I was just kind of like, what? Like, of course not. Like, this nostalgia and childhood and all those good things.
It's something that has to be done.
Exactly. So I was just like, why are you being stupid here at the moment? And, you know, I could have really been like, well, what are you buying?
Well, yeah.
You know, just change the subject entirely, but I don't know, changing the subject would probably have made him feel like he won because I'm being defensive and everything. So I was just like, no, of course not. Joke's on him then, because then he got in the wrong queue at Lidl and he was there for ages. And I just like strolled on through because I got the right queue. I was like, wah, wah.
Walk past, flipped him off.
Exactly.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Expelliarmus. Yeah, so that was that. I just added everything. Other than that, nothing really to report. It's been quite a boring week.
Fair enough. We've got to have them every now and again.
Of course. How about yourself? How are you?
I have a moan.
Okay, here we go. Make it funny. Come on.
About boilers.
Okay.
Okay.
So, before you start,
okay,
my little gay mind took the first syllable of that word and just sort of went, oh, he's going to talk about boys. No. You unfortunately then went Luz and I was like, yeah, no longer interested.
Right. Most people aren't going to be interested in this.
Boilers. Off you go.
Okay. So, my boiler is controlled by a battery-powered digital controller.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes. Okay. So it turns out the battery's died in that sometime this afternoon. And the boiling engineers decided, as a fail-safe, if the battery goes, the heating turns on. So I had the heating on this afternoon. I didn't know for how long. I spent £2 on gas. I'm not happy.
No, I can imagine.
I was closing, the blind over the radiator in the living room.
Yeah,
closing that. My knee touched the radiator. I was like, fuck! What the hell is going on? Don't know how long it's been on, but obviously a while.
I'm more shocked that you weren't sort of sitting there going, it's getting a bit warm in here.
No, because I had the windows open, didn't I, Ben? Because it was a lovely day.
So you were heating up the outsides.
Yeah. I was really, really happy.
So when everyone starts complaining about global warming, it's you.
No, blame the boiling engineers for doing stupid things
it's
like
you.
that.
You're the problem. Hi.
No?
Come on,
No,
sing the
no,
Taylor
no.
Swift song.
No, no,
Sing
no.
the Taylor Swift song.
No, I'm not.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah, we know it's you. I just think it's so stupid. Why would you do that? Like, logic would dictate that if, like, the batteries die,
Yeah.
the boiler should turn off, maybe?
But what if the batteries had died in winter?
Well, you'd have known that the boiler was off, as opposed to the boiler being on in the middle of the heat wave.
Heat wave.
Well, let's put it this way. It's slightly hotter than it was a couple of weeks ago when it was freezing. Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't happy about that, I must admit.
I gathered. You've got your hump on.
Yeah, him. Me off. I already know my gas and electric bill was going to be high this week, or
Yes.
this month, because I've had extra people staying at mine, so therefore
Yes.
it'll be more.
Extra hot water, all
Extra
that
hot
good
water,
fun.
extra phones being charged, that kind of thing.
All good fun.
Exactly. But still, that's my. I should have turned the lights red.
Yeah.
That was my moment. Okay, I've had my moment.
But of course, in saying that, you turned 30 this week. Yay!
Yay!
Welcome to the 30s club.
Yay! I'm old.
Do you know what's hard? So it was you had gone to work.
Yes, in the morning.
No, was it? Had you gone to work? No, it was when I was heading off to Felixstowe with the brother,
Yes.
and I bumped into the cafe people because they were shutting up shop at the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, "So how hungover was he?" And I was like, "Not very much." And they're like, "Oh, you failed in your job. You were supposed to get him hungover." And I was like, "No, I didn't fail in my job. Other people screwed it up for me." And they're like, "What do you mean? What did you mean?" I was like, "Other people started buying him tequila shots." And they're like, "Yeah, that will screw anyone over." And I was like, "No, but they bought him the tequila shots early enough whilst he was still slightly sober enough, so he had the compass mentis to go, 'I'm good,' and knew when to cut himself off." Because let's face it, if they hadn't bought you those tequila shots, you would have kept drinking and drinking.
To
and
be
drinking.
fair, I had a lot to drink.
You did have a lot to drink, but
I
not
had
enough.
lots to drink.
Not enough to make you hungover.
No,
And that was
but I
my
think
one job.
I was talking to like the guys at work about this and everything. Is that it's very rare that actually I get hungover these days from drinking. I just get really bloody tired.
You've become too accustomed to it. You've
I've
got such a high tolerance.
My liver's so hardcore now. I don't get hungover. I'm just tired.
Yeah, but
That's the issue.
you know, normally when you go out drinking with me and we go hard, then
Yeah, but no. The problem is what you do is when you've had enough for the evening, you slip me to Sambuca.
I
and then
have
that's what,
not done that in
Yeah,
years.
but that's what makes me ill. And like
Not done that in years.
creamy based stuff.
Hey,
Hence why you took that shot for me. And
Yeah.
I am so happy.
But it was the moment your colleagues turned up and started buying you tequilas, then
Yeah.
then you were like, "No, I don't want any more drinks. I don't want any more drinks. I'm done." If they hadn't done that, I could have been slowly plying you with more and more drinks.
Yeah,
we
but
would
I
have
was
had you
getting
hungover.
full. Like the drinks were sitting here already, man.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, the cafe people were very upset and disappointed with me.
Oh well.
And you know, it's like
We'll just chalk them up to the rest of all the other people that are just disappointed in you.
join the queue,
Yeah, there's a fucking long ass line.
take a ticket.
Take a ticket.
We'll call your number when we're ready.
Oh dear. Yeah.
But anyway,
Right, before we talk the movie
yes.
that we've just been to see, I want to quickly bring up something.
Okay.
An old movie
Mm-hmm.
that we watched together.
Okay.
Because, I don't know if you did it, but I then watched the second and the third.
I need to know what film you're talking about.
We
Oh,
watched
yeah.
The Men in Black
We did.
when we were tired and...
Not ready for bed, but
Not ready for bed, but we just I wanted to watch something that we hadn't like watched in a while and
something that we didn't have to focus on.
Yeah.
But we weren't ready for bed. Yeah.
But I've watched the other two like
Since.
and everything else. I just want to just like address the fact that okay, the second's still good, third is not brilliant, but how good was that first movie?
Yeah, it's
It's
fantastic.
such a brilliant film. And this is like what we talked about before as well, with like CGI compared to practical effects. The practical effects in that movie, when it was made in '97, still better than some of the movies that are being put out today.
Yeah.
Such a solid film.
And the fact that Rip Torn, is it
Yeah.
Rip Torn?
Yeah.
The fact that he did not get an Oscar for that acting,
Yeah.
to be a cockroach in a man,
Yeah.
you know, in a decaying zombieing man,
Yeah.
and to be able to act that out that Oh, the fact that he didn't get an Oscar was he was robbed. He was robbed.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of good stuff. I mean, it was
Maybe.
just, it was not something that when you said, "Oh yeah, put on Men in Black." Oh yeah, fair play. We'll just put that on. It's a decent film to watch. Just sitting there going, "This is a great fucking film. This is so good." And then I rewatched the second one. I didn't realise how much of a time jump it was between all the movies.
Yeah.
Second one's still good. Third one is debatable. I didn't realise it was the same director for all three of them, though. Even though the third one's very different in its style of direction. But that was because I think it was made for like 3D.
Yeah.
You could tell there's like so many bits that are just like, that's clearly a 3D shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to give praise to the Men in Black movie because it was a quality film, and well done to Ben for recommending it when we were chilling out the day after my birthday.
Yeah. Talking about films, but not about the film that we've just been to see,
Ooh.
and another film that we've watched and talked about on here before. One of my colleagues came over to me the other day, and he was like, "Oh, I've seen that Dungeons and Dragons is about to go on whatever streaming service it's on."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. Is it worth it?" Firstly, I had to do a bit of Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And I was like, well, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons either, and I thought it was a great, fun time. I was like, you've got to see it as it's basically a heist film set in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
And he looked me dead in the eye and went, "What's a heist film?"
What?
And I was just like, "Oh my goodness me!" And I just went, "Ocean's 11, Italian Job," and he was like, "Oh, okay." And I started like listing off all these famous heist jobs, and he was like, "Yeah, I get what you mean now. I get what you mean." I was like, "Then how did you not get it when I first said it?" I was like, "It's literally a genre of films, heist films."
What an idiot.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. It just piles up. We'll add that to his list of him being an idiot.
And he just kind of, and it was the thing is like other people started turning around going, "How did you not know what a heist film was?" And he got all very defensive, and I was just, you know me, I just loved sort of setting that bomb off and just sitting, then turn around, carrying on with my work.
Oh, TV.
And then if the boss comes over and is like, "What's going on?" and everyone's like ganging up on him, I'm like, I'm working.
I'm working away, boss.
So yeah, film that we've just been to see. Let's finally get on to it.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we've just been to see Strays.
Yep, that we have.
Um,
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. That was a bad film.
Oh!
However, it's one of those movies that is so bad, it's actually quite fun. I enjoyed essence of it. Parts and jokes, some of the scenes were funny, but overall that was a weak-ass film.
Okay, I did not expect you to say that. I was expecting you to come out of that and be like, "Love it, it's fantastic, it's hilarious."
No. But that's what I'm saying. It's like one of those ones, you know when you laugh at, like, you know when I laugh at your jokes because they're so bad? Because it's so bad. You know when you have a bad joke?
No, I have great jokes.
I know, I was just winding you up. But you know when you like a classic dad joke?
Yeah.
Or a Basil Brush joke?
Yeah.
And it's just so bad that you have to laugh at it.
Yes, I get what you're talking about.
It's that kind of film.
When you see a disabled person trying to cross the street, you have to laugh because...
Get us cancelled.
When a crippled...
You're going to get us cancelled.
When a crippled kid drops an
If we
ice
get
cream...
cancelled, this is your fault.
When a crippled kid drops an ice cream, you've got to laugh.
Oh, dear.
Carry on.
Yes. But yes, it's that kind of film. It's parts of it are funny. Overall, it's not a good film. Let's face it. Your thoughts?
Yes, so I will say a few jokes made me laugh. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, made me laugh as well.
It made me laugh, but it was a poor film. And do you know what I think the problem was? Is whilst it had good comedic moments, and it was standard fare, all the funny bits were in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Standard affair. I think
Yeah.
that is a basic 101 how to do a comedy film nowadays.
Yeah.
If you're doing a comedy film, put all your funny things in the trailer.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks, if these bits are funny, the rest of the film's going to be great. And then it's just not.
We will never learn.
And we will never learn because we're all just idiots and we're just so starved for laughter and happiness and joy.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the problem with this film is when it's not on one of the funny moments, the flow comes to a grinding halt.
Yeah.
Like, I get every comedy has to have ebb and flow. You have got to have slow moments with the funny moments to just to round out the film. It's
exactly
standard. But when this bit had its funny moments, it was great, but then it just came to a grinding halt where the characters were then just standing around and talking.
Yeah.
And
it just didn't. And then, but even in those bits, when they were trying to crack a joke in those slow parts, it wasn't funny because the momentum had dropped.
yes.
And that was a major issue. You've got all these funny people like, Will Ferrell and everything else playing these characters, and it just, half the time it just seemed like waste.
Yep.
You could have got any voice actor to pull that job and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help that because of course it was CGI dogs and everything. Of course, dogs can't emote.
Yeah.
So that just, I think, made it weaker and everything.
Yeah, I wonder whether or not it would have been a funnier movie if it was like animated.
I think it would have been.
Kind of being based in a real world. I think those years of like things like Black Beauty and stuff like that, where they did those kind of things, and Babe and everything, they're just like, that's just like, I know it was probably part of the gimmick that they were going for, it just didn't work.
Yeah, but for like Black Beauty's not a comedy.
No.
Babe's not a comedy. They're dramas.
Yeah.
And it works for dramas, kind of. But when they did the remaster of The Lion King, everyone was like, "Oh, it's so lifeless and soulless and everything." This one was the same. The bits where there was life and soul was when the physical comedy was happening, and with the physical comedy, you don't have to CGI the dogs because well, you do have to CGI the dogs, but you don't have to try and CGI a face onto them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would just, you would be getting in the groove, and then it would just come, it would just stop again.
Yeah. And for the fact that this movie was 93 minutes long, and well, that includes credits, so let's face it, it was only an hour and 20 of footage.
Yeah.
It felt like 2 hours. It was like a slog. Like you said, funny bits were funny, but then the rest of it was just like really slow, not as good, bad pacing. 3/4 of the good jokes were already in the trailer and knew that they were coming.
Yeah.
Just didn't think it kind of made any value.
No, and like the storyline, of course, were all very. You could guess the storyline coming from a mile off.
Yeah.
Like when one of the characters has his big plot twist reveal monologue, I kind of pulled a face at you, didn't I? I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, we all fucking knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
and it just.
I don't know. It was just. Like you said, I wish that Hollywood would put like good jokes in the trailers, but save the best jokes for the movie.
Yeah.
To help kind of have something for you to look forward to.
All they need to do in the trailer is sell the premise of the story, basic synopsis, and then maybe a couple of jokes.
Yeah.
But they're so busy on putting all the jokes in. This is a comedy. Look at all the jokes we are doing.
Yeah.
That you lose your jokes for the actual show.
Yeah.
And I was about to say something else then, but you've distracted me and changed the subject. I don't know. Carry on.
But yeah, overall,
poor film.
Don't go to rush it. Don't go rush to it in this. At least wait out to streaming. I feel like it's one of those ones that if you were super drunk or quite high, you would probably have a better time.
Maybe.
Because I feel like if it was like a group of you watching it, drinking, you'd probably like talk through the little slow bits and then watch the funny bits.
Yeah, but if I was going to be drunk with a group of friends and, let's put a film on or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd have say something like Sausage Party or something.
Well, Sausage Party is like the funniest.
Well, it's not.
I love Sausage Party. It's
got the same style of comedy as this one.
Yeah, but then that proves my point. It's an animated.
Yeah.
So clearly, I reckon this movie would have been better if it was animated.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You're going to be like so shocked at me with the strenuous link that I'm about to say.
Oh God.
But in Great British Bake Off, when they're set a challenge and, it's like, I'm just going to do a traditional Victoria sponge. And the judges sort of go, great, but you need to make it perfect then. If you're
Yeah.
going traditional, if you're not doing anything wacky or out of the box,
Yeah.
it needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
That's what this film was. It wasn't anything wacky, it wasn't anything out of the box, it wasn't
No.
anything special,
But it wasn't perfect.
but it wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
And that kind of, you're like, well, if you're not
The
going
sponge was dry. The buttercream was a bit grainy. The jam had been overcooked.
Yeah.
You know, it was just too much.
soggy bottom on the pastries, standard thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
So,
it was literally just, if you're going to do something simple, do it right.
yeah.
And they did a very simple storyline, very simple. Okay, yeah, maybe it took a lot for the CGI to get the dogs and everything to do, and you know, it probably took a lot of work to get the dogs to,
Yeah.
do the acting.
I mean, to be fair, you know, 3/4 of that movie was actual dogs, like moving and sitting and then rolling and when they needed to, and cocking their leg if they needed to, and things like that, which obviously takes time to train them and everything else.
I got to it. There was a bit where I nearly burst out laughing because you could tell, like, the dogs were supposed to be looking at each other.
Yeah.
But they were too busy, of course, looking at their trainers off camera. And so, like, they're completely like, no.
I did see that.
And I was like, lol.
Yeah. There was a few bits like that, I must admit.
But understandably, because, you know, the famous line is, you know, in Hollywood, don't work with kids or animals.
Yeah.
And that was a film of animals. So it's like, props to them for trying.
But yeah, people don't go watch it.
I kind of really hope that you were going to love it, because then it could have been like a good back and forth debate.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to be around the bush.
No.
It was
poor.
just a poor film. It was a poor film. I can't think of anything else. Can't even think of anything more positive to say, except from there was a good few jokes. However, most of them were in the trailer.
Okay, let's talk about the screen then. People. I know sitting at the back is great fun and exciting.
Yes.
And sitting at the back at the top of the staircase is even better.
Yeah. But don't sit next to me! In the whole bloody row! Booked tickets and chose to sit next to me.
Because obviously they wanted to stretch their legs out down the stairs.
Yeah, but I mean, he was probably 5'4".
Probably was.
He didn't need to stretch out his legs.
You're probably very correct.
That's right.
Doesn't matter, he still did that.
I like to lean on that side. And I couldn't lean because he was there.
Hence why I then tried to lean the other
I
way.
know, but I still felt weird because I was leaning the wrong way.
Were they the ones who cracked the beer open halfway through the film?
Yeah. His mate next to it.
I was like, someone, you know.
I'll tell you what, there was a few
whatever you need to do to get through this film, I fucking support you.
Yeah. There was a few people in that movie loving life. There was a group of lads.
There was laughter,
yeah.
But was it more just as we were? Like, recognising this is a funny moment,
Yeah.
But then after that, falling back into sort of, you know, I don't know, because I was too busy trying to focus on the film, like, I need, you know, this is such a dull, nothing film. I need to think and focus so I can have things to talk about. You know?
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, and could you remember, like, I think, was it episode 2 of ours, Barbarian? Like, it was
that was episode 1.
Was that episode 1?
That was episode
That was such a bad film, it was good.
Yeah,
It was just ridiculous. Whereas this one is just, like, you're saying, it's a bad film to the point where it comes back around and comes good again. And I'm just like, nah, it's just mediocre.
I guess so. I mean, probably thinking about it, it's probably very mediocre. But it was just like one of those ones where, like, I feel like I said, if you were drunk and, like, say as, like, a group, you hadn't seen it, if nobody had seen it and you're all drunk and then put it on, you'd have probably had a better time.
Yeah.
But I just don't think...
I've said that for a few films now, like, it would be better to have a group of friends and you're just ripping the shit out of it. I've said that for a few of them now.
Yeah.
But I don't think even that I would enjoy doing.
Fair.
You know, and, oh no, thank the Lords! I've timed it right. So for the people who you know, the camera's facing that way, there's roadworks and it's forcing us across the train lines. And I was ready to be stuck here for a good 10 minutes and be like, crap, got to think of things to say.
Yeah.
But as we have pulled up, the
bridges go up.
The bridges go up, and I was like, oh, that was lucky.
That was good.
That was good timing on our part. So very happy with that.
Exactly. I really have nothing else to say about this film.
No, it was really a nothing film.
Yeah, it's not broken any ground.
And the fact that it's got such big players in, and I'm pretty sure because Will Ferrell had a hand in writing it and everything, didn't he?
You know what? I didn't even pay attention to that part of the credits. I just wanted to see if it was fucking Samwise Gamgee doing the voice, and it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was Olaf.
Yeah. But that also makes me wonder, how did these lot get, how did they think? People like Jamie Foxx and Isla Fisher, how did they think this was going to be a good film?
Maybe it's just...
I feel like it's a contract one.
It's either a contract one or it's... Because I'm pretty sure Will Ferrell has a hand in it, so it's just they've sort of gone, Will Ferrell's a mate, he's asked me to do it, yeah, screw it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do it as a favour.
It's probably been minimal budget, so they'll probably get decent payout from it, I thought.
Probably. But
I'd be interested to see what kind of money this does at the box office, if any.
If anything.
Yeah.
Because isn't today its first day?
Yeah, tonight's opening night.
Yeah. No.
So,
I'm more excited for the things that we saw in the trailers.
yes. And they should all be coming up in the next coming week.
Yes, they should.
Right, we're just going to pad this out, people, because we're just about to park up and do final thoughts. So bear with us.
Come on, Paddy, you can keep padding it out. It's in your name. You can do it.
Wow, savage.
What it is?
Just because it's in my name, that doesn't mean that it's it's a specialty of mine. We've established that drinking is a specialty of mine.
Yeah. Oh, that is a yellow for a reason, Mr. Taxi Man.
Right. Parking up, people.
Parking up. Right. Okay, let me just get closer to the curb before someone takes my wing mirror off.
Da-da-da.
Pad out some more.
Pad out some more.
Now, if we were two gay guys, we'd start singing that Kylie Minogue song right now. I don't even know what the words are. I just know that it's Padam or something or another. Anyway.
Right, it's final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Boiler companies, if your controller dies, don't set it so the boiler turns on. Set it so the boiler turns off. I mean, that's just stupidity.
Let nerdy people enjoy their nerdy things.
Exactly, and don't judge.
If you're going to judge, then you need to stop being nerdy yourself.
Yeah, if you're not nerdy, then fine, be judgy. But if you're a nerd, don't judge another nerd. No. That's just not nerd etiquette.
It's in the Nerd Bible. Thou shalt not judge. Do not covet thy franchise.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Strays, Paddy says, wait until it's on the stream and don't even bother. Just
don't
wait
spend
until
money. Don't spend money.
Wait until you are drunk with a load of friends and you literally have nothing else to watch.
Exactly.
And considering there is enough movies and TV shows and everything to basically beat out the heat death of the universe, you still will never have chance to get to watch this, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Don't do what we did. Don't watch it.
Don't think, it's got Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx in. They're funny people. Oh, it's about a dog biting a guy's dick off. That's a funny concept. This is going to be great.
It's not.
It's not.
It's really not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. But with that, guys, thank you very much for joining us this week.
Comment down below. Have you watched it? What did you think?
And why did you watch it?
And if you loved it, please explain why. We need to know. So there's the psychologist can paint you as a serial killer.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What is your nerdom?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. Have you been judged by other nerds on your nerdom? Has your boiler ever played up?
Let us know down below in the comments.
Yep. Make sure you do like this video. If you are listening on Spotify, give us a 5-star review. Mm-hmm. Subscribe to everything, people, because you know you want to. And hopefully we will see you in the next one.
And ring that notification bell.
Ring the notification bell. Blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. Just read the dudes that come up here.
The doobries.
The doobries that come up here.
Oh, my brother wanted to have a go at you for what you called a remote control the other day.
What, the long donker? It's called a donker. That's a family thing.
So our family called it a clicker. Or a flicker.
No. Mum will message you now,
Great.
and she'll be like, "It's called a donker."
Yeah, no. In our house, it was the flicker.
Yeah, no,
Could you flick through the channels?
No, it's called a donker.
Yeah, well.
I had a long donker and a short donker. That's why I said use the long
I'm just
donker.
more shocked that my brother sort of didn't stop everything in that moment to have words with you.
But everybody's got their own thing, yeah.
Yeah. I'm the one who's supposed to have the donkers.
Right, bloody hell.
And with that, guys, thank you
Thank
for
you very
joining
much.
us. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you guys. Bye
Thanks
bye.
very much.
Bye.